All right, I just finished the Avocademy UX Bootcamp, which now leaves me in a very interesting position, which is, what do I do now? So basically at this point, I have a portfolio with a finished conceptual case study, but that's not enough to land a job. And at this point, I don't really feel totally confident with landing a job in the UX industry to begin with. So I really have two options that I'm debating between. And the first option is joining Avocademy's Career Jumpstart program. This is a $5,500 program, but it guarantees a job within 6 months. And in this program, they would give me real world projects to work on to help build my portfolio, as well as give me mentorship to help with the job application process, as well as mentoring me for interview skills, as well as salary negotiation. Now, while this is probably the fastest way to get a position in the UX industry, it also is going to leave me in quite a bit of debt. And considering I just paid off my loan to do the Avocademy Foundations program, I don't really want to go into debt again. The other option would take longer, but debatably might be more rewarding, and that would just be doing the damn thing on my own. That means finding my own projects to work on to build my portfolio, as well as going through the entire job application and interviewing process on my own through trial and error. This will certainly take a bit longer, but I don't know, it could be a little bit more rewarding in the sense that I'm kind of carving out my own path into the UX design field. The good news is if I go with option 2, I don't have to go through it completely alone. I just recently stumbled upon this amazing website called ADP List, where you can actually get mentorship with an experienced UX designer for free. Yes, for free. Honestly, this seemed too good to be true. And I thought it was a scam of some sorts, like it had to be, right? Like in a world where everyone charges money for mentorship and just everything these days, it just seemed, I don't know, just too altruistic that there would be this organization where you can just get free mentorship from people. But I decided to sign up for it and just see what happens. And so I looked through and I found a mentor that fit my schedule. There's a lot of them, and you can filter them based off of location and their specific experience within the UX field. So yeah, I booked a session with a mentor, and when it came time for the session, I joined the link for the session on ADP List, and lo and behold, it took me to a video chat session not too dissimilar from Zoom. And the mentor was incredibly helpful. We met for half an hour, and she talked about useful things that I could do to help build out my portfolio. A couple examples she gave are that I could reach out to local businesses who have janky websites, and I can help design a mobile-first website for them to help attract clients. And then another way that she said I could build out my portfolio is to work on redesigning a popular app and see how I could make it better and just appeal to users in a better way. And then when the session ended, the only thing that was asked of me was to rate how the session went. And even that was optional. Like, I'm stunned at how amazing of a service this is. And I wish I knew about this sooner. I mean, seriously, it's like unlimited mentorship for free. There are no words to express how grateful I am to have access to ADP List, and you can too. It's free for anyone. And I already have booked a second session with a mentor, and she went over my portfolio for an entire hour, going over how I can make it more visually appealing and how I can just make it stand out from a sea of other portfolios. Just, it's so helpful. So if you can't already tell, I'm kind of leaning towards option 2, especially now that I know that I have access to hundreds of mentors through ADP List. So at this point, I think my goal is I'm just gonna go the option 2 route until the end of the year and see how I progress. And if I feel like at that point, if I'm not making significant progress towards landing my first job in a UX design field, then I might consider doing the Avocademy Career Jumpstart program. But until then, I'm just gonna just chug through on my own and see if I can carve my own path, which I think just sounds kind of cool just saying it out loud. So yeah, if you want to stay up to date with my journey towards becoming a UX designer, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so that you're notified when any new videos drop. And if you're curious about my bootcamp experience, you can check out the review that I have for it right here. So go ahead and check that out. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.